Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Me, so far, I'm getting my day started. Hold on one second. On my way to do some errands and stuff. Um, I posted something on someone's post about boycotting anyone who attended the Met Gala and what did I say? Events, movie premieres, basically the industry in itself, Apple's phones and stuff like that, because it's more. And this is not to be funny. This whole Galaxy versus Apple situation. Apple is making money off of y'all just to make the same phone. Okay, so all I'm saying is we need to start boycotting if you are able to. One of the things that I said that I had pushback on, and I'm going to post the comment that I made in my video when I get home. I can't really hold my phone up that high. I ain't trying to get a ticket for y'all. So if you can't hear me, I'm sorry. I'll try to remake the video when I get home. But anyways, one of the things that I got pushback on was opting out of work and saving your rent, withholding your rent and saving it to pay in the future, because that's the law, right? And what I just want to deep dive deeper, dive deeper into it and explain what I meant by that. What I mean by that um, is to basically is to basically some people save some people save up to 6 months, actually pay my rent in advance, right? Do that. One of the things that I did I don't know how long I've been out. I'm going to say it again. I'm on my way to do errands, but I made a post that I will post in the bottom of my video to a young lady saying that we need to boycott certain industries. And I had got some pushback on one of the things about not going to work and holding your rent because that's the law. And I want to expound on that. So, what I mean by that is some people have saved their money, their rent money, up to 6 months. Even 3 months is good. I am not one of those people. I actually pay my rent in advance, and most people are not understand that. I'm just saying, do what you can. You know, that's why they have like potlucks and stuff. You know, you bring what you can bring. Doesn't mean you have to bring a meal. You can bring forks, utensils, you know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not asking people to cause themselves to be I don't know the word for it, but to be homeless, is it disfranchised? Just to be in a bad situation for this quote unquote movement. I'm not asking for that. What I am asking for is a start of something. But I just want you to know that once it starts and we don't put our money into these industry, into these companies and stuff, that the money is going to dwindle. It's going to get smaller and smaller, and cuts will have to be made. And who do you think the cuts are going to be made on? It's not going to be the first, last in, first out. It's not going to be based on that protocol. As we can tell now, it's definitely based off of race and obedience. I'll say those two, race and obedience. Okay. So if you don't do what they say and you are a non-melanin type of person, they're going to get rid of you, of course. And I think that'll be the only thing I'll say about non-melanin people. But as far as melanin people, you're going to be out of that job. So what I told the person was, if it comes down to that, you need to start organizing now about what you're going to do in that situation. You need to start talking to family. You need to start talking to friends. You need to start talking to neighbors about, if I lose my job, if anything were to happen, blah, 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 what can I count on you to do such and such and such, right? That's what needs to be done. But if you're just going to sit there and do nothing and continue to allow them to dismantle our community, reverse segregation, reverse slavery, which it still exists, modern day slavery, and attack us as a community, I just ask that you guys just be quiet. That's really all I ask. I don't want to hear the woe is me. Oh, well, what about this? And what about that? Nobody is demanding you to do anything, but don't sit up there and fearmonger other individuals and try to already dismantle the movement before it's even started. That's what I'm saying. Do what you are willing to do. Do what you're willing to do. Nobody's telling you to do anything other than that. Nobody's telling you to do anything other than that. Um, But what we don't want to do, like I said, is fearmonger other people into not joining in. Don't want to do it, then don't join in. But the other thing I want to say is what I'm concerned with is infiltration. I'm worried and concerned about infiltration, um, informant. We've had examples of that, and so we've already had examples of people being informants, whether it be black. I didn't see an Asian dude that was an informant. I didn't see we didn't see white people being informants in a part of the FBI. So we want to make sure that we are gatekeeping what we're discussing and what the next moves are. Now, I'm about to get into this whole my comments were disabled, what I believe by Instagram. I'm not sure. I did uninstall the Instagram app to see maybe it's some type of malfunction or something. But I did do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and re-upload it and download it, and see if it was something wrong with that. I did send a message to the young lady about it because I wasn't able to respond to a lot of people's comments. I was able to get the meats of the discussion out there and encouragement out there to people. But for the most part, I'll explain. Give me a second because I got to go in and do something. Hold on. Okay, 5 minutes, not too bad, right? So what happened was I posted the comments. A lot of people, I got a lot of response to my comment. And and when I start responding, I start telling them, like, you know, you need to spread the word, do what you can, and like, don't worry about the negative, like I just said. And this one guy said, and sports too. Sports players need to start sitting down and not playing the game. And I said, you're absolutely right. And so I started adding the sports players that I knew. I looked up some of them because I'm really not into sports like that no more since Kobe died. But I'm really not into sports like that, so I had to look up some of their names. But I start adding them. And once I got to tennis, was it tennis? Yes. Once I got to tennis, I couldn't comment no more. Because how I did it was I added all the basketball players. I added all the football players in different replies separately, right? And then I was on adding the tennis players. And I thought right then and there, I said, oh, I'm going to add Sha'Carri Richardson too with the tennis players. And once I tried to send it, they said I can't comment anymore. Your comment wasn't uploaded. Can't comment. I did it multiple times. I even went to other people's posts and add posts, other people's posts to just say hello, and I couldn't even comment that. And so they're silencing our comments. It wasn't anything negative. It wasn't anything about violence. And I didn't repeatedly at anyone. I added them one time. So they're saying, I don't know if I was reported or something. I don't know if one of the players reported me. I don't know what it was, because I didn't even really say anything in the post or the reply to the guy. All I said was, you're absolutely right. They definitely need to sit down, or whatever the case may have been. So I'm not able to comment or respond to anybody right now. I did send a DM to the young lady whose post it was, and let her know if she could comment the last one that I wanted to do with Sha'Carri Richardson, so that we can get that out there. But obviously, yeah, obviously my post got censorship. Obviously the movement's gonna have something, especially these businesses. Okay, so we need to focus on the bigger picture. What is our goal? Our goal is to make sure they don't try to run back slavery, run back Jim Crow, run back dismantling the Black community, bringing crack into the community, so forth and so forth. That's the whole goal of this. And what my whole thing is, and I'm trying to be patient because patience is not my strong suit, but I'm trying to be patient with the fact that I get it. Everybody's got something to lose. right? I get that everybody got something to lose, but I damn sure am willing to lose whatever I got to make sure that my child don't have to suffer. To make sure that my child does not have to go through what my mother went through, what her mother went through, and what her mother went through. So my great-great-grandmother went through. I'm not about to deal with it. I'm telling you, if they bring back that crap, I'll be another Nat Turner child. They wouldn't be able to do that to me and mine. And the whole thing is, hold on now. The whole thing is, I would teach my child, which I've already done, for one, discipline. I would teach my child discipline and organizing. That's this weak suit. All right, this one's too full. So y'all need to start getting ready. Start learning defensive skills, combat, lethal defense. Y'all need to start learning communication, reading, learning, brush up on your legal rights, so that because we know the gangs, the big gangs, they definitely gonna violate your rights, and you need to know which rights are being violated. So please brush up on those things. Keep them in the back pocket. You know what you're about to do. Research what you're about to do to see if you're outside the scopes of law and you're not in violation of the law, so that you're always well within your rights. You know, I get that one of our tools is protesting, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not about to stand in the hot sun screaming and hollering, we shall overcome. I'm not about to do that. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of them people. So it has not worked. It only worked momentarily. It only worked momentarily until they got tired. Until they got tired and was like, you know what? They think they nice. They think they doing something. We're gonna go ahead and snatch this back from them. I don't want to be in a position where someone can take anything away from me. I want to be in a position where, like how we've always been, is that they rely on us and their resources. But it needs to be contingent upon them ensuring that our rights are in place. That's what it needs to be. It cannot be dangling our rights and you still profiting and benefiting off of our backs. I don't know how y'all can deal with it. I just can't. It's only been a few days for me and I'm already pissed. I'm already like, oh, hell no, this ain't about to go down for me. This ain't about to go down in front of me. What we about to do? What y'all want to do? I'm not for the talking. I'm not a good speaker. I'm not a great orator. Okay, I leave that to someone else who is. You know, but I'm not about to be doing it. So y'all need to figure out what y'all want to do. Figure out what y'all gonna do. Get y'all stuff in place so that when it comes down to the nitty gritty, I'm telling you, it's not going to be nice. We cannot do this whole nice thing. Niceness has not gotten us anywhere. Has not gotten us anywhere, child. I think that whole thing with Nat Turner went down probably just a few years before the Emancipation Proclamation. if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So niceness don't get us nowhere. And then, like I said, it needs to be some form of agreement. If I do this, you gonna do this, and we need to have it written down in paper. Start voting, research. I'm still contemplating on who I'm about to vote for and what I'm gonna do and all this stuff, because I don't know. This is gonna be my first year. This is gonna be my first year voting. And I don't want to make the wrong mistake, because I've already made a mistake by not voting. I've already made a mistake by not voting. $6, child. Gas is $6. $6 is going on $7. I don't know how you ain't tired. And I mean, this is my gas station that I go to. $6 going on $7. I don't know, y'all. And they raising the prices, and now all they got is one oil barrel. All they got is one. It's like we bidding on who gonna get the oil barrel. Nah, I'm not dealing with it. I'm gonna fill my tank up. One of my cars is already filled up, and I don't really drive it like that. But I'm gonna fill the one that I do drive up, and I'm sitting there. I'm gonna end up taking the bus everywhere, do whatever I gotta do on the bus. And y'all need to start planning for that too. Y'all need to start planning for that too. Let me tell you one thing, it's cheaper, but the only issue is the inconvenience for one. Two, the civilians encountering other people and possibly drug addicts, criminals, and so forth. Be ready. Have your stuff ready. Okay? So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to leave y'all with that. Hopefully, let me get over. Is there a car wash right here? Oh, no, it's right here. Sorry. All right. It says $5. Are you getting out? You backing up? Let me get out your way. All right. So I'm going to sign off with that. Again, talk to your representatives, talk to your neighbors, talk to your family, talk to your friends about getting together to, be ready to sit down. All right, please comment and support, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with another one.